So $900 billion, it's a pretty staggering number for most people. $900 billion of additional spending that Mastercard Economics Institute estimates that about 20 to 30% of that will stick around for 2021 and beyond. That really is a big number. To put that in perspective, in 2020, we saw about 1 in every 5 retail dollars being spent online. That really is a big number, and that talks to the significant shift we saw, not just from consumers spending more online, but a lot of capabilities of businesses shifting online. It wasn't universal around the world. We saw the early digital adopters benefiting early on, and then we saw the later digital adopters benefiting a bit more protracted. So it varied by sector, but that really is the big picture.
All right. We talk a lot about digital transformation here on CNBC. You could probably do a drinking game with the amount of times that we talk about it. During the peak pandemic, online sales in our country doubling. But when you look at your expectations for different sectors, many of them are going to kind of go back to normal after we get to this recovery or post-pandemic, the new normal, whatever you want to call it. Where are these people going? Are they just going back to the stores, or are they just not buying as much?
Well, it depends on the sector you're looking at. We saw the shift that really was an acceleration of pre-crisis trends early on. So places like hardware, electronics, things that people were already shopping a lot online, that is expected to continue. And so we're seeing close to 50% of total sales being spent online in those sectors. And then we look at other sectors, places like grocery, which are kind of new to the online sphere in terms of overall spending. We only see about 10% of spending being spent in grocery online. And so when we think about that, that really is the big hurdle. There's a couple of hurdles here. One is you have to have trust. You have to trust someone else to pick your peaches. You have to have trust for someone else to deliver your goods and still have them good when they arrive. So that really is some of those barriers that we're crossing. But it didn't just stop there. We saw that expansion in sectors, and we also saw that expansion in marketplaces, the number of places that people are buying online, and we also saw it in the number of countries that people were buying retail goods from abroad. And so that expansion really speaks to just how much e-commerce grew around the world.
Let's talk a little bit more about that expansion here in the U.S. especially. Your report shows that Americans shopped at 13% more stores, different stores during the pandemic. Is that money now going to smaller or medium-sized businesses? Is this people trying to diversify where they buy from? What's creating this shift?
So we definitely saw a much greater awareness of where people were shopping. That drove a lot of the spending into small businesses, people trying to support their small business communities. But small businesses themselves had to have a bit of a survival instinct here, where they needed to digitize to survive. And so our test and learn analysis, which looked at small businesses that were 500K and lower in the United States, saw about a 6% increase in sales for small businesses that went online during the pandemic versus those that didn't. So it clearly is benefiting not just the big players, but also the small players that shifted online and trying to take advantage of that marketplace.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.